All right, let's work with some grasses here. Inside Unity, we have the biome that we just created, and we've got a couple trees in it at this point, but we don't have any grasses. And there's a couple different ways that we can approach grasses. One is if you see in this add vegetation items section up here, we've got these 5 things on the top. These are what we call 3D objects. They're going to be mesh based. So we've got 3D grasses, 3D plants. 3D grass, it's different from the 3D grass we'll talk about later on. The trees are mesh based. Everything up here is mesh based. The grasses and plants down here are image based, right? There's our textures. And if we go into our grasses folder, we'll see a bunch of those. Where are my grasses? Grasses and flowers. If you highlight these, you can see that these are really just images. They're special, but they're images of the grass, and then VSPro will render them and make them look like 3D. These are much better performing. I would highly recommend that you avoid, if possible, the 3D grasses and plants up here. They're going to be a bit of a resource suck, and stick to the 2D grasses and 2D plants. Really, the only difference VS Pro sees between 2D grasses and 2D plants is that it allows 2D grasses to be planted a little bit heavier and denser, and it treats the rendering slightly different. Pretty much for everything, I use 2D grasses for everything. I rarely use the grasses up here. If you see, I rarely use 3D grasses and 3D plants. And if I have something that is like a bush, which is kind of like, is a bush a plant or is it a tree? If that bush has LODs associated with it, level of details like LOD 0, LOD 1, like 2, like trees, then I treat it like a tree. Because when you drag something into the tree up here, it'll treat it like a tree. Everything else, it'll treat like grasses without level of details. All right, so enough lecture there. So let's put a couple of grasses in our biome. And real simple, I'm just going to select a couple random ones here. And remember, you're going to have to take a look at these and determine what you want on your course. I am not an art instructor. I am more of a technical instructor. So I'm going to show you how to do this, but what you do is up to you. So take grass 1. Let me just dump it on here on the 2D grass, and you can see it shows up. And I'll take grass 2 and I'll put it on here as well. So now I've got 2 grasses. And now you'll see that I can go down here and now I can narrow this down to just my trees. I can don't have any large objects, but I can get down to my grasses and view those as well. And you can see as soon as I did that, they start showing up inside of my biome mask. And really, and if I come over here to that biome, you can see, and now you're going to get the idea of what this blending looks like. So you can see that these grasses, the density starts to taper off as I get between the red and the white. So now you can really see that blending at work. So now you know what the blending is. So let's go back to my vegetation studio. Let's go back to my grasses. Let me highlight one of the grasses. And very similar to trees, most of these things are the same. I got my render distance, so I can change that so they're not rendered far out. This can come in handy. If you've got performance issues, I've used this where I don't render the grass so far out, and it helps. So you can see that that one model of grass starts to disappear as I move this down. Just leave it up there for 1 now. We're not talking about performance at the moment, but we could. And we can flip back and forth between these 2 different types of grasses. My sample distance, you can see that grasses, it allows me to sample like down to essentially like 0.4. So I can get my grass really dense. Be careful. I would say 80% of the time when people plant too much, it's because they plant too many grasses. So put that one there and put that one there, and you can see that this is just thick with grass in here now. I go down in here, that's a lot of grass, okay? This little small area, not gonna be a big deal, but if I make my biome mask up here really huge, that ends up being a lot of grass and a lot of extra work for my processor. So let me just change that sample distance up. Let me bring this down to about 50 and do the same thing with this other one. Put that up a little bit and change that down to about 50. Everything disappeared. That was way too much, right? So let me change my sample distance down again and change it down for this guy. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. And sometimes you'll see that even raising this up doesn't make a dramatic difference. Performance-wise, from here to there is huge, but visually it's not too bad, okay? So you're just gonna have to tweak this. Same thing down here beneath, which is scale. I can make really big grasses, which is kind of ridiculous, but funny at the same time. Um, but same thing, a lot of the same principles as it comes to trees when it comes to this stuff. So you just have to decide what works for you. Probably the bigger difference here is, and we still have height rules, we still have steepness rules, which can come in really handy. But we do not have colliders for grasses. Don't put colliders on grasses. That's just cruel. We should be able to let the game handle like lies, like as far as deep, rough, and rough. The game will handle that. Don't worry about that with grasses. But you can change your tint with the grasses to tweak them a little bit. So let me, to show you this, let me turn this grass off. Remember, we can turn off runtime spawn. So now I'm only showing one of my grasses, and I'm going to zoom in just a tad just to show you what these tints are going to do. So down in this section, I got my dry tint, which I like to make brown, okay? And I'm doing this really quick. And then my healthy tint, which would be more like green. So I like more subdued, not so saturated colors. See, that's way too green and saturated. If anything, I'm going to leave this more like a yellow, dark a little bit. That's not too bad. I'd need to tweak this. That's it's still a little bright for me that I see here. And you can do things like change the tint area scale, stuff like that. Random darkening can make some. I like to turn that, make it a little bit darker, maybe. Ambient change, make some changes. Again, you're just going to have to experiment with this stuff and drag these. The alpha cutoff is another one that can affect things a little bit further away. But you need to experiment with this. This is the artistic stuff that you're going to have to take a look at. Another thing you'll notice about grasses is they do not cast shadows. As soon as you plant something as a grass, it will not cast a shadow. That is for performance reasons as well. Um, you can disable shadows, but that really doesn't do anything because grasses by default will not cast shadows. Um, that's it. Experiment with some grasses, put them in your biome, and then take a look around. Try different grasses. You definitely want to get an idea of what grasses are available to you. And you can definitely see the one that I changed here. The other one I didn't change, way too green in my opinion. This looks much more natural. And there's some videos on Discord on trying to do these things a little bit more artsy and making them look more realistic.